Welcome to this session on CompassCom software and how we provide solutions for public works in snow and ice fighting. My name is Brant Howard, and I am the founder and CEO of CompassCom software. With over 25 years of experience with GIS, GPS, wireless and telematics technology, I lead this organization to provide the best solution available for you to enhance your work. We provide real-time tracking solutions, commonly referred to as AVL, mobile resource management. We really provide GPS tracking, not only of vehicles, but of mobile assets. Today, you can manage your fleet with real-time data to enhance your ability for snow fighting and public works missions. We provide real-time data and analytics to report on your fleet. Interfaces with multiple spreader controllers to monitor the amount of materials that you put and apply to the roads. Compass Track and Compass Works provides an Esri-based solution ported to your organization's website with secure logins to enable your workers to be more effective. We work to increase safety, efficiency, and accountability for your organization to support operational excellence, lower chemical and material usage, mitigate risks, and save you money. That is what we want to accomplish. Here's an example of the Illinois DOT, a customer that has over 2,000 assets in the field: snowplows, tow trucks, mowers, and stripers. And their ability to track these assets in real time supports their efforts to keep one of the largest transportation networks in our country working and moving to support safety and also commerce in the state of Illinois. There are fundamentals of a tracking solution that have to be decided when we do the requirements for a system. The hardware that's tied to the asset in the field is usually a radio modem with GPS to get location, and then sensors and outputs to that modem to monitor the status of what is happening in that device, whether it's a handheld device with an emergency button for a lone worker, or a snowplow that has spreader controller, plow up and down, temperature, road and air temperature sensors on it. These are monitoring stations on wheels out in the field, providing information to help you improve operations. That data has to be brought back through a connectivity, a wireless connectivity, either broadband cellular or a Motorola mobile radio system that then gets delivered into a data interoperability center where our Compass LDE server sits to collect all that data, organize it, store it, and serve it out to our Compass Track and Compass Works map display, our Compass Reports reporting module that enables you as users to make decisions. All that has a common operational picture with an Esri GIS solution in the background. We configure, or you can configure, the GIS data to support your mission. Routes for snow plowing, sweeping, the ability to put weather, traffic on those maps, and configure them in a way that makes you successful. All of these fundamentals are decided up front in the plan to put a great system together. Our mission is to provide you accurate location data you can trust and deliver results. It is about the data, location, time, speed, the sensor data, all displayed in an accurate and relative GIS-centric map display to enable you to make decisions. And the data has to be delivered through a wireless network that gives you coverage in a way that you can trust, not only to see in real time, but provide accurate analytics on the back end. If we do our job correctly, you will get the results of safety, efficiency, accountability, and sustainability for your operations. So how does safety translate into snow fighting? How many accidents are preventable by having well-maintained roads? Lone worker safety for drivers that are out working the middle of the night driving a snowplow or doing road maintenance. Safe roads for citizens, government, and commerce through your area of interest. Incident reporting to reduce response times and be able to dispatch the quickest available vehicle to your incident. Efficiency, saving you money on de-icing materials, reducing overtime, driving less miles, real-time road weather conditions to be able to understand when to apply materials, all increase efficiency. And accountability, measure the level of service versus your effort. Be able to report to your citizens and to your management, we have achieved our goals with real data. Route performance based on plowing, sweeping to a route, monitoring the material that's put down. And in environmentally sensitive areas or areas you shouldn't put material, having alerts for that. After action training to enhance your operators, improve customer service by being able to respond to complaints with real data. Support for mutual aid agreements. If you work with adjacent towns or cities and want to be able to account for the time spent cooperating with them and when you were in geofenced in their area and the time spent. And then also the ability to monitor contractor performance by having them have hardware in their vehicle to report or provide them a portable kit so you can monitor the performance and account for their individual invoices. Sustainability is about protecting our earth and our globe as we know it today. And that's by reducing the miles driven and running a green fleet, reducing idle time and our carbon footprint, and also reducing the amount of materials that we apply in environmentally sensitive areas. Safety, efficiency, accountability, and sustainability from the CompassCom solution will help you run a better organization. So when you look at our display, what you will see is real-time information coming in for one vehicle, multiple vehicles that the user has been approved by the administrator to see. And you see the actual data that comes in on each report. If you go back and click on the breadcrumbs, you will also see the activity that was at that time. The ability to change the icons to mean something to when you look at it on a map, and the ability for you to configure the colors for things like plow up, plow down, ignition on, ignition off, allows you on an Esri-based, meaningful GIS background to look at the map and instantly make some value decisions. The ability to do analytics and reporting with our Compass reports module. We provide geofence reports that enable you to set up geofence for things like routes that you're plowing or sweeping, things like areas that you work in or that you provide support to in adjacent communities, and you want to geofence those areas and understand how much time you spent for mutual aid. All these are configurable and generate reports that will enable you to provide quick and meaningful answers. Mileage reports on mileage of one asset, a group of assets of the entire fleet have driven. Not only how far they've driven, but the activity while they've driven. Mileage plow down versus plow up, broom down, broom up, spreader on, spreader off. You can do mileage reports based on these inputs. Speeding reports, you can define what speeding thresholds are and you want to be reported on to enhance safety for your fleet. The ability to do speeding when, for example, a street sweeper is broom down. If you determine that you want to make sure operationally your sweepers with broom down are running 6 miles an hour, you can set up an alert and also a report that will give you the analytics on when they exceeded that and work with your drivers to enhance performance. Same with plowing. What was the speed with plow down versus plow up? Stop idle, the ability to monitor idling. You set the time frame. If you want to know any time a vehicle is idling, 5, 10, half an hour, you want to generate a report to try to run a fleet with a lower carbon footprint, you have that option. Inputs are things like plow up, plow down, spreader on, spreader off, broom up, broom down. The ability to monitor when these events happen, and even spreader controller data for pre-wet, de-icing, and granular material is brought across and reported on. Also, air and road temperature. Turns. The ability to monitor left turns versus right turns. Right turns are inherently safer than left turns, especially for large vehicles. You'll be able to get a percentage of right versus left turns for each asset in the fleet and work with the drivers to improve safety. Activity, the ability to monitor individual assets' activity and understand if they were in use, if they may have a problem with the hardware in the unit because they aren't reporting, or to do a life cycle approach view of how much the asset has been used. Should we get rid of it out of the fleet, keep it, or should we figure out a better way to use it? Snow. Our snow reports generate material reports based on pre-wet, granular, and de-icing material over an average deployment rate or spreading rate over a period of time, or totals over a period of time. Help you monitor and collect data on that material. And schedule reports. All these reports can be scheduled and delivered to your inbox in the form of an email on demand. So if you wanted to know a sweeping report for the week, you could set it up for your sweeper group and have it generate a report for you on a weekly basis. Here's an example of a snow report that gives the groups in, for instance, Bloomington, Champaign, and Clinton, and the total amount of time they were out, also the average instant rate for solid and pre-wet, and then the total rate, snow event rate total as well. This is the type of data that you receive in Compass reports. Then when you click and dig down deeper, what you see is on an individual asset, the same type of data. Replay is a very important tool within the CompassCom solution. It's the ability to go back and replay at 1 time speed up to 60 times speed what has happened in the past for a group, or the entire fleet. Very important when you're dealing with after action and citizen complaints. Someone wants to know, when have you plowed my street? What time did you pick up my trash? The ability to go back and look and see what was happening. Somebody reports one of your drivers speeding through an area, you have real data to look at to understand the incident. This day, replay can also be done in a paint the town fashion, where you can take one particular truck or group of trucks and push paint the town, and it'll print out the breadcrumbs from the period you defined. You can print it and sit down with the driver or drivers and discuss what was done in the past shift. There's also a spotlight function where you can do a buffer around an intersection or a specific address or your yard, and you can do a replay and see just the incidents of the location of what was happening within that buffer. Great for customer complaints when somebody complains about too many vehicles running up and down their street. You can go do a replay and contact the citizen and give them and show them real data of what's happening. It's just not plows. With the right hardware on skids, brushes, graders, and liquid application vehicles, we can provide the complete picture for your snow fighting activities. Interface to spreader controllers such as Force America, Dickie John, Certified Power, Cirrus, Bosch. And if you have a controller that you use in your fleet, let us know. We'll look at integrating it into our system. And it's a year-round system. It's about sweeping. It's about solid waste. It's about road maintenance. It's about vac trucks used in sewer and maintenance. Our system can be deployed and used across your entire enterprise. Public safety within your organization can track their Motorola assets as well and just have secure lock-ins for their system as well. So it is truly an enterprise system to support your operations. Here's an example of a solid waste application where it's a side load solid waste garbage truck. And you can see where the pickups were at the time in the replay. Great for complaint management. Customer calls in and says, you didn't pick up my trash. You can actually replay and look what time the truck went by. If the arm went up and down, maybe they didn't have their trash out in time, and deal with a citizen with real data. We do interfaces for third-party software. CityWorks is a valued partner of ours, and we provide an interface that enables our location data, real-time data, to be incorporated right into the CityWorks viewer. This has been a great tool for our CityWorks partners to be able to log in from CityWorks, see the assets and have a legend of what the assets are defined by their activity, real-time display, breadcrumbs, assets, pop-up menus, to be able to do a search right to a particular vehicle, asset labels showing exactly what's going on with that vehicle, and historic replay, all in the CityWorks map display. This is a much more effective way than having two different applications run. And our folks that are CityWorks users love this integration. Also, we pass across odometer, engine hours, check engine light, oil, and engine temp that enable CityWorks integrators to take this data and build work orders within CityWorks for standard maintenance and also emergency maintenance on vehicles. A very powerful tool for our CityWorks users. I want to thank you for listening to how CompassCom can support your operations. We would like to have the opportunity to give you a live demo and show you how our solution can meet and help solve some of your workflow issues. Thank you again.